As many of you may know, we're in the middle of the holy month of Ramadan, where we fast from dawn till dusk. So as a Muslim doctor who's interested in health and well-being, I thought I'll put out this video to help you maintain and optimize your health as far as possible during this holy month. Well, there are three elements that we need to think about during this holy month: physical, mental, and spiritual. And all of these can be maximized during this time. Obviously, everyone knows that Muslims fast during this month. Now, fasting has several health benefits. So this year, average length of fast in the UK will be 14 hours. Now, there is a phenomenon known as autophagy, where the body cleans itself of old and dead cells. It's a fantastic anti-aging and anti-inflammatory process. Research has shown that fasting from 12 to 16 hours begins what's known as mild autophagy. So using this time, we can actually help reverse our aging and reverse inflammation. But we can actually sabotage our own benefits by falling into some common traps. What can we do to maximize this process of autophagy? So choose what we call nutrient-dense foods. So these are foods that will sustain you and keep you going throughout the day. So for example, eating something like lamb shami kebab over aloo pakora, essentially a meat-based product over a fried carbohydrate, will satiate you, keep you going longer, and provide you more energy throughout the day. Again, keep suhoor, or the early morning meal, protein focused. So for example, fish, meat, or chicken, all of these things keep you going for longer. Opt for these over fried greasy snacks and paratha. Hydration is key. Best time to try and drink water is between iftar and suhoor. This will mean that you keep your levels of water hydration up. You also decrease the chances of becoming dehydrated. If you do become dehydrated, this can lead to things like headache and constipation, which make your fast much more difficult. Things to be aware of and to avoid. Talked about this in many videos before. Refined carbohydrates and sugar. So for example, white rice, pasta, gulab jamun, all of these things may make you feel good temporarily, but will not be good to keep you going throughout the day. Even if you do stick to this, you can still sabotage your progress by overeating at iftar. At the iftar time, when we open our fast, have something small, like a date, full of vitamin B, niacin, riboflavin, and then go and pray. Then come back, drink water, and eat mindfully. So eat slowly, take your time, and as I said before, try and make the meal consist of what we've discussed, like meat-based, protein-heavy, nutrient-dense food. But Ramadan is not just about abstaining from food. There's also the spiritual element, praying, supplicating. This is a great way to increase our spiritual well-being. Spend time praying, but also reading the Quran, sitting with others, making communal prayers in congregation. This will really help us build our spiritual values, but also build a sense of community. Another thing that we should be aware of is guarding against bad speech and backbiting others. This is a phenomenon that we all too readily engage in our day-to-day lives. But this month in particular, we should try and refrain from this. This will not only be good for us from a spiritual point of view, it will help us from our mental health. Thinking good things about others, seeing them in a good light, being positive is good for them, but it's also good for us. It makes us feel better. It gives us a sense of satisfaction, and we just see things in a more positive light. Nowadays, we're all too consumed by social media. Looking at the latest trend on TikTok or on Instagram, try and keep that to a minimum. Not only will that help us keep our mind free from negativity, I mean, we're not exposed to so much blue light, which is also harmful for our health. Now, social well-being, what does that mean? This is a month of fasting, but also a month of giving and charity, paying what we call zakat and sadaqah for the benefit of others. Gifts from ourselves and helps others. And again, is a really fundamental part of what Islam believes in looking after our community. I mentioned this before, praying in congregation. The benefit is multiplied, but also it just builds that sense of community, being with others in the mosque, interacting, social interaction, where we see people, we meet people we perhaps haven't seen for some time. It's a great way for spiritual and mental well-being. So in summary, Ramadan is not just about abstaining from food. It's a whole way of being. Your spiritual, mental, physical, and social health can all be massively improved. And if we are only to continue these acts throughout the rest of the year, imagine how much better our lives would be. I hope you found this video helpful. For more tips and tricks on health and well-being, subscribe to the channel. And remember guys, true wealth is health.